friends, welcome to the course of PHP and MySQLi CRUD tutorial. Inside this video, we will continue add employee functionality. If I go back to browser, so inside last video, we had completed all about our server-side form validation. So right here inside this add employee, when we don't pass any value for these fields, click on submit. As we can see, these error messages are coming. So this is the thing what we had completed inside last video. Now inside this video, when we pass the values of this name, email, phone number and designation, we need to collect form data and save inside our employees table. Go back to editor. Now go inside add-employee.php right here inside this head tag. So this is all about our request method block. Inside last video, this is all about getting the value, checking it and storing in case of any error. Now next here, we need to check the values. Let's say if not empty, name, it means we have some name value, not empty, email, we have email value, not empty, phone, we have phone value, means phone number, and not empty, let's say designation. So after getting all these values, next we need to execute our insert command to insert the employee record inside our table_employees table. So here, let's say SQL, this is a variable where we are going to write our insert command. So SQL equals to, let's say insert into, next we need to pass the table name. So we have the table name called employees. Let's copy the table name called table_employees. So insert into table employees. Then we need to pass the column names inside this first parenthesis. So I will copy the column names as ID. So as we know that ID is auto incremented, it means whenever we insert any new row inside this table_employees table, automatically the ID will be generated. So to create any new employee, we want only the name, email, phone and designation. So let's copy this name, put it here. Next we have email, phone and designation. Now here, values, inside this second parenthesis, I will put the placeholder. So question mark, this is the first placeholder for this name field, second placeholder for this email, phone and designation. So in dynamic way, by using our prepare method, we are going to replace that. So this is the simplest query of MySQL, and this is all about insert a record inside database. Now next, let's say if stmt, it means statement, equals to, will use MySQLi object, and keep in mind this object is accessible because we have included db-config.php. And this MySQLi instance, it's an object of MySQLi, and by the help of this object we can access and work with our database. Go back to add employee. So MySQLi prepare method, and inside this look at IntelliSense, we need to pass our SQL query. So here we have our SQL variable, so I will copy and put it here. Now inside this if block, let's stmt, it means statement, and we will use another method, that is bind_param. This method is going to replace this placeholder with a value. So inside this bind param, look at here types, it means that what is the type of these columns. So name is a string value, we need to pass s here. For email value, it is also a string value, phone number string and designation a string value. If suppose any column contains an integer value, so we need to pass I value, it means I as a prefix. Now next we need to bind our values. So name is coming inside this name variable, email is coming inside this email variable, phone number and designation. Now next we need to write if stmt statement and we'll use execute method. This execute method is going to execute our query, and if all the approach is correct, then it will go and execute and insert a new record inside this table underscore employees table. So here inside this if block, we want that after storing our employee inside table, now for the redirection we want that the user will be redirected into list employees layout. So here this is success block. So after save we'll use header function of PHP, we'll use location keyword, and we want that after successful save, user will go into list employee page. Now if we go and check the name of the file, that is listemployee.php. So after save, after creating a new employee, we want that the user will be redirected into this page. Now here in case of else block, it means we have some error. Let's write echo h3 tag and let's say sorry, failed to create an employee. Now if you save all these changes, go here, click on add employee, submit. Without any value we are getting error. Now let's create our first employee. Let's go back to table, click on browse. So as we can see, we don't have any data yet, but let's create quick some data here. Now designation, let's click on web developer, click on submit, and after submission it has redirected into this list employee.php. It means data has been saved. Go and reload this page. Now as we can see that our first record successfully created. Let's go back again, add employee. Let's create one more record. Let's select web designer, click on submit, go and reload. Here we have our second row. Let's create one more row. SEO, click on submit, go and reload. So as we can see that now we are successfully creating all the employees from this add employee form and saving inside our database table. So right now this list employees containing a static row, but in our coming videos we will convert this static row by these dynamic values of employees, so that whenever we create any new employee, after creating it will fetch all the employees from this table and put here inside this bootstrap table. So hopefully we will see some more development concept in our coming videos. So for this video session guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.